You have a great product. You know it solves a real problem. But when you pitch it, customers look at you with total confusion. They compare you to competitors who do something entirely different, and your market feels like a turbulent, unreadable mess. The first instinct is usually to blame sales execution or tweak the marketing copy. But if buyers can't figure out exactly what your product is and why they should care, you have a context problem. Without the right frame of reference, even the most innovative products look completely unremarkable. Fixing that context is a deliberate, measurable process. We can break it down into 10 distinct steps to build what we call a positioning canvas. This process changes the dynamic of the sale. When a prospect no longer has to struggle to understand your basic value, the friction that usually stalls a deal disappears, which is why companies with clear positioning see faster sales cycles and higher revenue. Step 1 begins by looking closely at your current users. Put aside the average ones and isolate your ecstatic fans, the people who understood your product immediately and bought without asking for a discount. In Step 2, you build a positioning team. This requires bringing together leaders from sales, marketing, and product. Because if you do this right, you are establishing a business strategy, not writing a catchy tagline. Step 3 asks you to consciously let go of your positioning baggage. You have to drop the old labels, industry acronyms, and original assumptions you've held onto since the product was first built. As long as you look at your product through the exact same lens you used to create it, you won't be able to spot the market opportunities that actually exist today. This diagram shows positioning sequential flow. Step 4 is the foundation, listing true competitive alternatives, what customers would do if you didn't exist. Step 5 isolates your unique attributes that alternatives lack. Finally, Step 6 maps those raw features to value themes for the user. Phone makers market megapixels, but consumers buy benefits. A 15-megapixel camera is the attribute. The value is printing sharp, large-scale images. Step 7 identifies who cares a lot, finding the specific market segment with an urgent need for that exact value. By building from the bottom up, you ensure your value is rooted in reality. It is only unique when measured directly against the actual alternatives your customers are actively considering. Step 8 is choosing your market frame of reference. When you declare you belong to a specific market category, you automatically trigger a set of powerful assumptions in the buyer's mind about who your competitors are and what your product should cost. You can choose to fight head-to-head in an existing market, target a specific subsegment to be a big fish in a small pond, or try to create a new game entirely by defining a new category. This Venn diagram maps out Step 9, layering on a relevant trend. If you can find an exact intersection between your solution, your market context, and an ongoing trend, you create immediate urgency for the buyer. But looking at the risks on this chart, you can see how easily this can fail. If you force a trend that doesn't fit your product, you generate confusion. If you claim a trend you can't deliver on, buyers see right through it. The market frame is the direct answer to your customer asking, "What are you?" It tells them exactly which mental box to put you in so they can evaluate you properly. Step 10 captures all of these decisions on a single shareable positioning canvas. This document ensures that sales, marketing, and product development are finally aligned on the same strategy. When everyone in the company uses this same masterpiece of context to describe the product, internal friction disappears, features are prioritized correctly, and messaging clicks with the target audience. The market goes from an unreadable, chaotic sky to a structured, navigable map. The value of the product becomes obvious. Final synthesis. Owning your context allows you to provide the light that helps your customers navigate their world.